Buongiorno everybody, and buona festa della mamma. Happy Mother's Day. It is Mother's Day here in the United States, and it is also Mother's Day in Italy today. So mothers everywhere are being celebrated today. So I thought that I would put together a little barbecue for my mom. She's going to come over with my dad later, and we have to have something nice and cooling because it's actually really hot out here. It's about 85 degrees in Seattle today, which is completely crazy. So we're going to have a picnic outdoors. Luca, do you want to show them the patio? We've got the patio all cleaned up and arranged, which is great. You know, I'm usually in Italy in the springtime, and so I never have time to actually set up the patio or work with the greenhouse, but I've been having a great time doing it so far. So today, the recipe I'm going to share with you for our Cucina Quarantena is Insalata di Riso, rice salad. This is a salad that you probably will have found before in any Italian grocery store. If you go to just any supermarket like Auchan or Co-op or something, and you go to the deli section, you'll almost always find in the trays one bowl of rice mixed with usually olives, maybe some chopped ham, sometimes tuna. Every rice salad's made a little bit different way. It's something that's super easy. You probably have ingredients already in your fridge, and you can riff on it. You just basically make the rice and then you put whatever you want in. So I just rifled through the pantry to find what I have on hand, and we're going to put together a rice salad with what I've got. So I thought I would start by grabbing some things from the garden. You can see it's growing pretty well. We've got our potatoes, spinach, lettuce, onions. This should be beets, but potatoes apparently. Cabbages and peas, and then I've got a bunch of new beds back there with onions, leeks, garlic, squash. We don't have the peppers and tomatoes out yet because it's a little too cold here in Seattle, so those are still in the greenhouse and they'll come out later. So I'm going to start by cutting a little bit of spinach, and if you've never grown spinach, it's a really great thing in cooler climates like this to grow, and then you just kind of pick at it like this. You don't need to pull the entire plant. And then it just continues giving you more and more leaves. So I'm going to just have a few spinach leaves. And then I thought we'd go over to the herb mound. I've got my rosemary, sage, thyme, oregano, parsley. I grew that from seed, so that's kind of slow to take off. Cilantro, tarragon, and then our chive bed. And these chives, gosh, have been in the ground here for more than 10 years. So chives last a long time. So take a nice big snip of chives. Okay, so this is going to be the base for our salad today. And let's go inside and get cooking. Andiamo. All right. So our ingredients today for our Insalata di Riso are olive oil, garlic, 1 clove of garlic, feta cheese or any other kind of cheese, salty cheese like this, artichoke hearts, olives. I have Kalamata olives, but whatever you've got, red bell pepper, and then spinach and chives. I'm going to give these a quick rinse. You could go in all different directions here. When I was trying to decide what I was going to cook for you today, I was thinking about doing like an Emmental apple and walnut rice salad. I could have gone with the gorgonzola rice salad. I like the kind of tangy, salty, vinegary kind, which is what you find in Italy. So, oh, and rice, of course. So here's my rice. This is Riso rice, which you should have readily available in your local grocery store. I cooked it, and then after I was done cooking it, I actually rinsed it in water so that it wouldn't stick together, and it cooled it down because I want it to be kind of al dente, which is cooked just perfectly, because if I cooked it a little bit too long, it would get mushy. So you don't want it to be cooked the way you would have it for like Chinese food. You want it slightly more al dente. So what we're going to start with is, let's see, I think we'll just start with our chopping. So you just want to basically chop all these ingredients to be more or less uniform size. So since the salad, it's almost like a chopped salad kind of thing. You want to make sure that all the parts are more or less the same. This would be a great salad to use roasted peppers in. And actually, I have a few more of these red peppers in the fridge. And I think what I'm going to do today, because they're getting a little soft, I'm going to go ahead when I'm going to barbecue ribs today for my mom. So I think what I'm going to do is take the peppers that are getting a little soft, and I'm going to throw them on the grill. And then when they're done roasting on the grill, I'm just going to put them in a container with some olive oil and a little bit of salt. And then we will have preserved roasted red peppers, and then that would actually be even more delicious in a salad like this. If you have roasted red peppers, the preserved kind, in oil in your pantry, that would be another great thing to add into this salad. So I'm just starting here because I'm trying to decide what dice I want and show you about the right size to dice. This is up to you, but I kind of like maybe just slightly smaller than this dice. So you can kind of chop to your liking. I'm doing chives, but you could do red pepper. I think that, not red pepper, sorry, red onion. Red onion would be really nice in this as well. All right, so that's a pretty good dice. These are nice and tender, so I don't really need to do much to them other than kind of ribbon them like this. So I'm just cutting them crosswise into long strips. This is going to be so nice. I want to get it done before my parents get here so that I can chill it. Chives we can chop, but you know the other good way to use chives is just to use your scissors and go clip, clip, clip. So I think I will wait until I'm done with the rest of the ingredients before I decide on how I want to do the chives. And then whole marinated artichoke hearts. These are a Trader Joe's thing, and a really good just staple item to have in your pantry, because if you don't know, if you've never had these or you don't like artichokes, these are really great because they kind of add a little vinegary sort of thing to whatever you're making. So they're great in pastas, they're great in salads, and I'm just going to kind of roughly quarter them. You don't need to cook them at all, that you can just eat them straight up. There's a tortellini salad that I have made for years that artichoke hearts are one of the main ingredients in it. Okay.
That's really good.
Artichoke hearts, and then, gosh, I hope there are olives in here. Not a lot of olives, but I've been avoiding going to the grocery store, and yesterday I went, and the Fred Meyer here, which is like a giant grocery store, was out of everything. There was almost no meat in the meat department. I think I got the last rack of ribs in the entire city of Seattle. So we are definitely starting to head towards that quarantine kitchen situation where we don't have access to all of the normal ingredients. There was nothing in the baking aisle of Fred Meyer except for maybe 10 boxes of brownie mix and a few cake mixes. There was no flour. Good thing that I have a 25-pound sack in my fridge downstairs of flour. So I'm good on flour for a while. Olives are just also another good ingredient because they kind of add a nice salty bite to it. So you want to have a little bit of salty. It would be nice if we did something sweet. So actually another direction you could go with this is that sort of Sicilian direction. You could do citrus as well. You could go like olives, citrus, and fennel in your rice salad. So the rice is just a really nice blank canvas, and then you can add whatever you want. Another direction, you could do grilled asparagus. That would go really nicely in a rice salad. Grilled asparagus and maybe olives, something like that. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all the ingredients. So now I'm going to go ahead and toss my rice into the bowl. And this is just such an easy peasy thing you can do. You can go cook this up right now. You can have it ready in 10 or 15 minutes. And then the other thing that you can do with this is you can make it and just store it in the fridge. You can leave it in the fridge for days, and actually the more that you leave it in the fridge, the better taste it's going to get, because all the flavors are going to kind of meld together. Oh, it looks very Italian. Look at that. Delightful. Okay, so all those things go into the salad bowl. And then I'm going to sprinkle it with some cheese, because we need our little cheesy bits. There you go. I'm all about shopping on Amazon these days, so this was Whole Foods Feta, which is kind of the perfect consistency. Not too much though, because remember we've already got the artichokes in here, which are really gonna sort of salt up the mixture. Okay, so now that that's done, the chives, I've decided that I'm going to use those to make a vinaigrette. Well, not a vinaigrette, an olive oil spread to put on the top. Olive oil dressing. So this is just going to be real simple. Some olive oil to dress the rice. Garlic. Just 1 clove, because since it's raw, it's going to be really flavorful anyway. I'm not putting basil in. You could, but I don't find that basil goes really well with artichokes. I think it's a little weird. But, you know, it's your palate and your kitchen, so you do what you want. And I hope today that all the moms out there are getting to just watch me cook and not having to cook themselves. I hope. I don't think that's necessarily the case, but it's a nice dream that the moms can all have a day off today, because boy, oh boy, have we earned that. It is a lot of work. That's not a cut, by the way, just in case you were wondering. I thought it was for a second. Okay, so in goes the garlic. And then the chives. I think I will just use my little scissors here. Give them a little haircut. And I'm thinking as I'm putting this together, just because, you know, I always think that rice like this and other things, they're just nice palettes. I think what I'm going to do is add a little bit of lemon juice to this to brighten up the flavor, because it's so hot outside. I think that for lunch today, we want to have something that's got a real bright flavor to it. All right. That's looking good. Let's give it just a little bit of lemon. Just a little bit of lemon juice, not too much. I don't want to overpower the flavor. And yeah, I didn't get any seeds in. All right. And then I think we're missing salt. So let's just do a pinch of salt. Not too much, because I'm not sure how salty the mixture is going to be once we get going. Anything else? Where's the black pepper? I don't see the black pepper. Do we have black pepper here? Oh, there it is. Okay, black pepper. Okay, I'm just going to drizzle that in. I wish you guys could smell how good this smells. And actually, everything smells good right now, because for the first time for the whole year, Seattle smells like summer. And we were just commenting last night on how incredibly good everything smells around here in the summertime. The house smells good. The air outside smells good. It's just a good, oh man, now we're really getting a great smell. So this, a lot of people make pasta salad. Honestly, in Italy, pasta salad is not nearly as common as rice salad. Rice salad is far more. You'll always see that in the grocery store. I don't know how many times I've seen cold pasta salads. So this is...
It smells amazing.
It does smell good. All right, so I'm just going to give it another good mix, and then Nico and I are going to taste it for adjusting the flavors. Okay. What do you think?
Holy schnauzer. That was really good.
Good. So, another tip on this, be sure, part of the reason I rinsed the rice and made it ahead is you want to be sure that your rice is cooled before you do this, because otherwise it'll melt your cheese and it's going to make it weird and mushy. So make sure your rice is either rinsed and cooled or even chilled. You can put it in the fridge. This is a good thing to do if you're making like Chinese food or something and you have rice on the stove. You can just make extra and then put it in the fridge and put it in a tightly sealed container so it doesn't dry out, and then you can use it again for rice salad another day. All right, so there we go. Insalata di Riso, all ready for when my mom arrives for Mother's Day. It's really good. It'll go with ribs today and grilled asparagus, and I have steak for me because I like steak. So we're going to have a good barbecue today. So I wish all of you out there buona festa della mamma. Congratulations, auguri, as we say, to all of the moms. And I hope you're being pampered and spoiled on this special day. Ci vediamo domani. Tomorrow I'm going to see you back here, probably, I think, around 11 o'clock Pacific time. I'm going to be joined by my friend Mert Tanner from Istanbul, and we're going to talk turkey. So if you want to do some turkey talk, join me here tomorrow on Adventures with Sarah. Ciao, a domani.